All right. Can we start now? The committee. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace be upon you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished speakers, and all participants. On behalf of the organizing committee, we warmly welcome you to this prestigious event organized by Association of Research in Electrical Engineering and Informatics of Indonesia, or RT, collaborating with Lembaga Pengembangan Kinerja Dosen and Asosiasi Pengelola Jurnal Indonesia. I'm Novita Lihyadini from 17 Agustus 1945 Semarang University, and I will be your master of ceremony for today's event. Thank you for joining us today from various locations. While we wait for everyone to join, we kindly remind all participants to ensure your microphone is muted unless you are invited to speak, and then feel free to use the chat box for questions or technical assistance. Ladies and gentlemen, to officially commence our event, let us begin our conference by saying a prayer according to our respective beliefs. Thank you. Next, we are honored to have Doctor of Engineering Engineer Wahyul Amin Shafi'i, Bachelor of Engineering, Master of Engineering, and Indonesian Professional Engineer from Diponegoro University, Semarang, to deliver the opening speech. Dr. Wahyul, are you here? Oh, okay then. Because we still wait for Dr. Wahyul joining us. Please take a moment for the participant because the committee has contacted the Dr. Wahyul.
Tes, apakah suara bisa terdengar?
Right. It's very clear, Mr. Wahyul.
Okay.
So,
Good morning.
good morning.
Wait, I will make my class to be paused first. so I can focus on this conference. Wait. Ya, tolong presentasinya tetap dilanjutkan ya. Saya ke ruang sebentar. Nanti saya masuk lagi. Baik.
Alright, thank you, Dr. Wahyul. Mr. Wahyul Amin Shafi'i. We will go to the next agenda.
Okay.
Maybe we will split for the session.
Tapi suaranya belum terdengar. Halo, tes. I cannot
Yes.
hear your voice. Can you repeat?
Okay, hello. Can my voice?
Tes.
Maybe
Can
there
you
is a
hear my
problem.
voice now?
Yes, we can hear your voice.
I will return back. Wait.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum. Can you hear my voice? Tes.
Yes. Can
Okay.
you hear me, Mr.
Yeah,
Wahyu?
I can hear your voice.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay, then, please, Dr. Wahyu, the screen is yours to deliver the opening speech for this event.
Okay, thank you very much. First, I need to open my... I'm sorry, I just do my morning sport and I lead the seminar of my some students from the Magister Information System. Okay, so I will start my speech. Okay, wait. Baik, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First is Honorable Ms. Novita Al-Ihya, DNI SPD MPD, our gracious Master of Ceremony, and distinguished Mr. Lukman Medrian Silalahi, AMD STMT IPM, our esteemed keynote speaker, and respected Mr. Hardi Widi Utomo SPD MED, moderator for this nice significant event, and eminent scholars and guests, Mr. Aswin Sankaran, Director of Enterprise Application, and esteemed scholar from the United States of America, and Dr. Ayushi Arya, our distinguished scholar from India, Professor Dr. Attila, a highly regarded scholar from Turkey, and Mr. Sabam Perjuangan, STMcom, our esteemed speaker from Indonesia, and all of ladies and gentlemen, colleagues and participants across this globe. Good morning, everyone. Very good morning, everyone, and welcome to the first International Conference on Electrical Engineering and Informatics, ICEEI 2024. It is both an honor and my privilege as the chairman of RTI to speak here and open this historic gathering, which marks a milestone in our journey of advancing knowledge and innovation in the fields of electrical engineering and informatics. The theme for this conference this year is Challenges and Solutions for Secure and Scalable Data Architectures in Informatics. This event will capture the critical essence of the challenges we face today in the digital area. As data continues to drive innovation across industries, it also presents us with profound complexities related to security, scalability, and resilience. Addressing these challenges requires not only technical expertise, but also global collaboration, interdisciplinary research, and creative problem solving. This conference, ICEEI 2024, is designed to be a platform for such collaboration. It brings together luminaries and professionals from academy, industry, and beyond. I am particularly delighted by the presence of our remarkable keynote speakers, panelists, and scholars whose contribution will enrich understanding of the challenge at hand and inspire actionable solutions. To Mr. Lukman Medriani Salerahi, we eagerly look forward to your keynote address to this conference, which promises us to set the stage for our discussion with profound insight to Mr. Aswin Sankara, Dr. Ayusi Arya, Professor Dr. Attila, and Mr. Sabam Perjuangan. Your diverse perspective, expertise, and ideas will surely ignite productive dialogue and foster new possibilities. I must also express my sincere gratitude to Mr. Novita for graciously leading us through this event, and to Mr. Hadi for moderating what promises to be lively and enlightening series of discussion. Allow me to take a moment to thank to the organizing committee whose dedication and meticulous planning have made this conference a reality. My appreciation also goes to our sponsors, supporters, all participants, and all the volunteers who have ensured the success of this conference. So, ladies and gentlemen, I encourage all of you to fully engage in this conference, not just as good watchers and listeners, but also as contributors to a vibrant exchange of ideas, challenges, and solutions. This is a unique opportunity to the network, collaborate, and pave the way for innovation that will secure the future of data architecture for generations to come. With that, I once again welcome all of you to the first International ICEEI 2024. Let us make this conference as an inspiring and transformative event. Thank you again, and I wish you all to have mindful, meaningful, joyful, and successful conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Wahyul Amin Shafi'i, for your inspiring opening speech. Well, it's my honor to introduce our keynote speaker, Mr. Lukman Medria Finsilalahi. But before that, for the committee, please share the CV of Mr. Lukman.
Yes, Miss. Pardon.
Well, he's a lecturer and researcher with notable expertise in electrical engineering. Mr. Lukman holds a master's degree in electrical engineering from Mercubuana University and is currently pursuing his doctoral studies at Indonesia University. With an impressive academic and professional track record, he is a certified professional engineer and has published numerous works in reputable journals, and his research contributions span telecommunication system, network security, and smart technology applications. Today, Mr. Lukman will share valuable insight on the critical topics of analyzing of challenges and solutions in secure data architectures. So, good morning, Mr. Lukman.
Good morning, Miss.
Okay then, please join me in welcoming Mr. Lukman Medria Finsilalahi, Associate of Applied Science, Bachelor of Engineering, Master of Engineering, and Indonesian Professional Engineer from Cyber Asia University, who will deliver the keynote speech. Mr. Lukman, please take the screen.
My presentation has been showed. Hello.
Yes, Mr. Lukman.
Okay, can we start ya? Shalom, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan for all of us. Praise be to God Almighty for the abundance of love and grace. Today on Friday, November 22nd, 2024, we can gather in a virtual Zoom meeting in the context of the agenda of the International Conference on Electrical Engineering and Informatics. Thank you to all the committees who have organized this international conference on electrical engineering and informatics 2024. Special to the chairman of Indonesian Electrical Engineering and Informatics Research Association, Dr. Engineering Insinyur Wahyul Amin Syafei, STMT IPM. Then my respect and proud of the Master of Ceremony, Miss Novita Al-Ihyak Dieni, SPD MPD, and our honored and proudly of today's extraordinary speakers. They are Mr. Ashwin Sankaran, a Strategic Technology Executive at ICFF, Dr. Ayushi Arya from Woxen University, India, Professor Dr. Attila ELCI from Hasan Kalyuno University, Turkey, and Mr. Sabang Perjuangan Simanjuntak, ST MCom from Institut Informasi dan Bisnis Dharmajaya, Indonesia, as well as the participant, academic and practitioners who were present in this virtual room. Hopefully, all those who attend this meeting will always be given health, longevity, and good fortune. Amen. Okay, let's start our discussion this morning, where I will share a table of content that are the topic of discussion, including Introduction to Data Architecture in Informatics. The second is Key Challenge in Secure Data Management. The third is Solution for Enhancing Data Security. The fourth, Strategies for Data Solution. Fifth, Future Trend in Data Architecture. Okay, in this slide, we are shown that there are 7 technologies that we have and even use today. They are including artificial intelligence, autonomous vehicles, big data analytics and cloud, custom manufacturing and 3D printing, Internet of Things and connected device, robots and drones, social media and platforms, and etc. And therefore, there is a question to be asked. How is technology said to be secure and scalable? So, this morning, we will discuss according to the theme of this morning discussion, namely challenges and solutions for secure and scalable data architecture in informatics. Nah, introduction, data architecture play a crucial role in informatics by structuring how data is stored, processed, and accessed. This architecture dictates the flow of information and ensure it is both secure and efficient. An effective data architecture is foundational for leveraging big data and supporting decision-making process across various sectors, including healthcare, finance, and technology. Understanding this structure aids in planning for scalable systems that meet future demands. Then, in this slide, we are shown that actually the role of sensor in detecting and controlling has been successfully applied in various applications. They are predictive maintenance, energy saving, smart grid, high confidence transport and asset tracking, smart home until healthcare. And all of them actually strongly support the program from the United Nations, namely the Sustainable Development Goals, or we call SDGs. Then, on this slide, conservative connected device projection is shown. Data taken from IP in Smart Object Network shows a significant increase year over year. It can be seen that when the world population increases every year, there will also be more connected devices. So today, it is not surprising that on every side or around us, there are many connected devices that are integrated with each other and provide information. So the key challenge in the second is the key challenge in secure data management, identifying common vulnerabilities in data systems. The first, A, data breach. Yeah. Based on the history of privacy law, quote from the source Essential of Privacy and Security, showing the trend of information technology from PC, website, e-commerce like eBay and etc., Google, social media platform like Facebook and etc., devices like iPhone, smartphone, and etc., big data, Internet of Things, and also increasing the trend in data breach, namely gov spying or ransom and etc. The second is regulatory compliance. Aligning business strategy with data strategy, a successful data strategy links business goals with technology solution. We can see the first level, top-down alignment with business priorities, like we must create business strategy, alignment, and data strategy. Then after that, the second level, managing the people, process, policies, and culture around data, like we must manage people, process, policy, and culture. And after we successful the second level, so we create the third level, leveraging data for strategic advantage. Like we manage master data management, data warehousing, business intelligence, data analytics, and etc. After that, the fourth level, coordinating and integrating disparate data source, like data asset planning, data security, data integration, and metadata management. And the peak, the fifth level, bottom-up management and inventory of data source, like database, big data, and etc. So, what is data observability? We have 3 points: detect, resolve, and prevent. And all points have 3 key. For point detect, we have the first key, machine learning powered anomaly detection. The second is rule-based detection. The third is target alert to impact owners and downstream user. The second key, the first is automated for field level lineage. The second is impact radius assessment. The third is code data and operational diagnostic. The third key, the first is auto-generate and on-demand insight. The second is schema change notification, automated the circuit breakers. So, the key technologies, we have 3 points: traffic classification, traffic control, and congestion management. Traffic classification, we must categorize and label services. The traffic control the traffic of specific packets, and congestion management is preventively guarantees the QoS with higher priorities when network congestion occurs. So, like we have solution for enhancing data security that are multi-point to point. Yeah, when we said we create the IP version 6, then connected to other router from the first router until fourth router, they are connected multi-point to point. They are point to multi-point, and the last is point to point. This is create the best route for us to get the fastest way to sharing data. Then the third is solution for enhancing data security, proven methods to strengthen data protection. The first is we must encryption techniques as we know, we have some of encryption techniques. Implementing robust encryption techniques can significantly enhance data security. By encrypting sensitive information at rest and in transit, organization can reduce the risk of unauthorized access. The second is access control measures. They are employing strict access control measures ensure that only authorized personnel can access sensitive data. Role-based access control can help in assigning permission based on job responsibilities, thus minimizing exposure to data breaches. The third is regular security audits. Conducting regular security audits helps identify vulnerabilities before they can exploit. Organizations should schedule audits at least quarterly to ensure compliance and address any emerging threat proactively. The fourth is user training programs. Continuous user training programs on data security best practices is essential. By educating employees about phishing attack and secure handling of data, organization can decrease the likelihood of human errors that lead to security breach. So we get some news from I pick it from website, the Wall Street Journal said that Harvard Business Review, data scientist, the sexiest job of the 21st century. So then the challenges and opportunities confront the data-driven business from Global Data Strategies 2023. And after that, behind the scene, when we look at Wyndham New Data Architecture and AWS, yeah, we get source from Wyndham Hotels Data Modernization, that batch data, and etc. So then the Protegrity Bank Data Security Case Study, they said data security architecture enables business growth for a top 5 global rank. So Protegrity supported a global bank, top 5 global bank. Protegrity supported a global bank to enhance data security, enabling cross-border data sharing, enterprise-wide analytics, and customer insight, while saving over $50 million. The secure data security, streamline operation, reduce compliance risk, and open new revenue streams with secure cloud integration. Then proven methods to strengthen data protection. A cloud-based solution. Adopting cloud-based data architecture can enhance scalability by offering flexible storage solution. With a pay-as-you-go model, organizations can expand their storage capacity instantly during peak demand, ensuring they only pay for what they use. The second is distributed system. Utilizing distributed system allows organizations to spread their data workloads across multiple nodes. This approach enhances performance and reliability as it eliminates single point of failures and enable load balancing. So we get data strategies relies on data architecture and governance. The quote is, the top 3 innovative in 2020 were data strategy, data architecture, and data governance. This result align with what we see from our conversation with clients and also indicates how closely the 3-1 align in that a solid data strategy relies heavy on a solid data architecture and data governance framework. So the statement is a successful data strategy relies heavily on data architecture and data governance. This is the last part. Future trend in data architecture, looking ahead, what to expect. The first is artificial intelligence integration. So we know that artificial intelligence will play a significant role in data architecture by enhancing predictive analytics and automating data management processes. This trend is poised to revolutionize by organizations handle big data in real time. The second, the future trend in data architecture is edge computing. With the rise of IoT devices, edge computing is expected to become a major trend. This shift allows data processing to occur closer to the source, minimizing latency, enhancing speed, and ultimately improving user experience. The third is increased use of blockchain. Blockchain technology is being explored to enhance data security and integrity across various industries. Its decentralized nature may offer innovative solutions for data validation and traceability in secure data management. The last is data privacy compliance. As data privacy regulation evolve, architecture must adapt promptly to ensure compliance. Future system will focus on integrating privacy by design principle from the onset data architecture development. Thank you for the participant that see my presentation. Hopefully my presentation could be make insightful, meaningful to all of you. Thank you. I beg the speakers to Master of Ceremony, Miss Novi. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Lukman, for the insightful keynote. Sorry. Yeah, for the insightful keynote speech in exploring the evolution of the data architecture and then address key security challenges and propose innovative solution while offering insight into future trends like AI integration and also chain for secure systems. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we move to the main session where we will have presentation will be moderated by Mr. Hari Widi Utomo, Bachelor of Education and Master of Education from Telkom University. Good morning, Mr. Hari.
Well, good morning, Ms. Novi.
Okay, but before that, I will read your curriculum vitae first. Please, the
Sure.
camera share the screen of the CV from Mr. Hari Widi Utomo. Well, Mr. Hari Widi Utomo is a lecturer and deputy head of public relations, cooperation, and international affairs at Institut Teknologi Telkom Purwokerto with a master's degree from Hiroshima University. His expertise lies in education and international cooperation. He has also served as an instructor for the Ministry of Villages Academy Desa program, contributing to capacity building initiative in multiple regions across Indonesia. Mr. Hari is passionate about fostering global collaboration and advancing education through innovative approaches. Without further ado, let me invite him to take over the session. Mr. Hari, please take over the session.
Well, thank you, Ms. Novita, for guiding us for this wonderful event. So, welcome to the first international conference on electrical engineering and informatics, ICEEI 2024, with the topic challenges and solution for secure and scalable data architecture in informatics. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So, first of all, maybe, Miss Novita is already introduced me. Me, Hari Widi Utomo from Telkom University, Purwokerto, and I'm happy here to serve you a moderator for this wonderful event. And ladies and gentlemen, actually, we have gathered here to share knowledge, explore innovation, and engage in meaningful discussion on the latest trends and advancement in the fields of electrical engineering and informatics. And this international conference actually brings together, there's an experts, then top leaders, and also professional from around the world, and we are excited to embark on this intellectual journey together. Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to express once more our gratitude to our sponsors and then also organizers and everyone's involved in making this international event possible. And a special thank you also to the participant for your contribution to the success of this conference. So I think not only just participating in this international seminars, but also you may send your best article, your research project in this international conference. Then we have a series of exciting presentation lineup featuring 3 distinguished speakers. Before we have 4 distinguished speakers, each of them will provide a valuable insight into cutting-edge research and application. And our speakers today are leaders in their respective fields. And I believe that they are very confident and they will inspire and give us the newest research about the informative. And before we start our presentation today, let us create our incredible speakers for today's session. So I'm going to create first is Mr. Aswin Sankaran, the Director Enterprise Application. Hello, good morning, Mr. Aswin. Can you hear my voice?
Yeah, I can hear it loud and clear. Good morning, everyone.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Aswin. Thank you. And then the second one is actually I'm going to greet Mr. Sabam Perjuangan, STMCom, from Institut Informatika and Business Dharma Jaya, Indonesia. Hello, Mr. Sabam. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah. Okay. How are you doing, Mr. Sabam? Good.
I'm fine. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Sabam. And then the third one is Professor Dr. Attila LC. So he is the software engineering department from Hasan Kalyoncu University, Turkey. Good morning, Prof. Attila. Are you already joined it with this Zoom? Or maybe not yet. After the presenter 1 and presenter 2, maybe they will join us soon. And then the 4 is Dr. Ayushi Arya from Boston University, Telangana, India. But unfortunately, she asked permission to cancel this event because of she has also another agendas. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we start our presentation today, I will read the rules of the presentation today because we have 3 outstanding speakers today. And then please make sure that first is please keep your microphone is off. And then the second one is please give full of attention to the speakers. We have 3 speakers. And then also the last one is you may raise the questions after the presentation finishes. Means speaker 1 until 3 finish their presentation, you may raise your question or just type your questions in the chat box and also write for whom your question is. Without further ado, let's dive into today's first session. So we are going to invite Mr. Aswin Sankaran, but before that, I'm going to read his curriculum vitae. So Mr. Aswin Sankaran, he is the Strategic Technology Executive in Control Family Foundation, as well as board member of Food Rescue Collaborative. He has tons of experiences in his area, mastering in computer science, and then he has also 20 years in industries, and then also 10 years of leaders roles, and still, many more. Research work on AI application in healthcare. Then today, actually, Mr. Aswin Sankara will be speaking on the topic of challenges and solution for secure and scalable data architecture in informatics. So, Mr. Aswin Sankara, now the time is yours.
Right. Appreciate it, Mr. Hari, for giving me the introduction. Thank you, everyone, for joining this event. First of all, Dr. Wahyul, Chairperson, appreciate the opportunity, and the organizing committee, Master of Ceremony, Ms. Novi, and the keynote speaker, Mr. Lukman as well. Mr. Lukman, I think you stole some of my thunder on what I was planning on presenting as well. So it's going to be interesting. Before I start my presentation, let me share my screen. Hope you all can see my screen.
Perfect.
Yep.
Already.
All right. Great. Yeah, the topic that we have here today around challenges and solutions of secure and scalable data architecture. My presentation is all going to be focused on what I gained based on my experiences from the industry. Over the years, I've worked in varieties of different industries that, as Hari was covering, Mr. Hari was covering. Started off as a consultant with Accenture and EDS, implementing ERP solutions. As I moved from one project to another, I got exposed into a variety of different industries, between nonprofits to high tech to retail, manufacturing, and so on and so forth. Over the years, I've collected and understood, how business processes and the challenges that come along with it, and how does it drive the data behavior, and what are some challenges that we end up facing in the industry, and then how do you come around those problems. So my presentation is all going to be, we will start with the basics, what I think from my viewpoint as to what I see as some of the top challenges, and what are some of the mitigation strategies that I've employed personally, and I've also seen in other places that it really works. All right, let's get right into it. So I appreciate the introduction as well. So I'm going to skip my introduction here, and I'm going to jump into the basics of, before getting into data architecture. This kind of stuck in my mind early on in my career. When we are talking about enterprise architecture, the acronym BDAT, as it stands for Business, Data, Applications, and Technology, where your business process, your business strategy, and the vision kind of drives what kind of data assets that we are trying to collect and consolidate, and what applications, what kind of software programs and features that we want to use to utilize this data asset, and the type of technology that we want to surround it with. So those, your business vision kind of essentially drives all of the behavior underneath. If you flip the triangle, so essentially your IT technology and your applications kind of support your data strategy and also ultimately your business vision. So to me, enterprise architecture kind of integrates your IT infrastructure along with your business processes to align with your technology and strategic goals. I just threw in a simple example here to break this down even further. Let's say as an example, an airline industry or an airline wants to modernize its operation. They want to remove delays. They want to improve the customer experience. So that is your business vision. So what kind of data assets that we want to collect in regards to solving that business problem? You might want to look into real-time flight information, passenger information, or any other master data that we want to collect. And then what kind of applications that we want to throw in, any AI capabilities or any automated check-ins, predictive maintenance, and so on and so forth. And the technologies that you can apply, depending on the type of networks or the type of databases, servers that you want to manage, is essentially how this all comes together. So in my mind, it kind of starts, with your business process, which then drives your data behavior, which then drives your applications and technology. Usually there is some bit of confusion over, hey, is business architecture also the same as an enterprise architecture? In my mind, those are two different things. Your business architecture kind of drives your business vision and the strategy and what all business processes that can come along with it. And it kind of also defines your organization structure and all the stakeholders that are involved. Versus an enterprise architecture, it kind of aligns your business process and your architecture along with your information technology, and on top of that, you have all your governance and security aspects and compliance and so on and so forth. So it essentially becomes like a perfect marriage between the two to drive ultimately what an organization is trying to achieve. This is a very simple picture, and I shouldn't call this as a simple picture, but this is like the typical that I see in the industry, where if we were to be running a product-based company and there are so many products to sell and there are so many processes to run and there are a number of capabilities that we wanted to implement across your different key business areas, between sales and marketing, your billings team, your infrastructure team, and so on and so forth. This is just a simple example of, hey, how these enterprise architecture and business architecture can come together in regards to driving some of these functionalities forward. I'm not going to go deep dive into this. It was just a sample that I wanted to share here. Before getting into the data architecture and whatnot, I wanted to stress on why there is so much struggle with managing the data and essentially, dealing with all of the data assets that we deal in the industry. To start off with, I wanted to cover what are some of the key business areas within an organization. If you think about it, it all starts with your marketing function. I got plenty of marketing friends in the industry, nothing against them, but usually when you see in an organization, a lot of applications get consolidated within the marketing function. It is to do with the fact that, hey, everyone's like trying to drive a lot of different prospects and leads into your organization, so which requires omni-channel strategies. It requires, you need to be focused on, you need to be really good at, your email capabilities, search engine optimization, social media. There are different mobile tactics that you need to play. So it all drives, all of those drive your prospecting and, lead generation behavior. As you can see, there are plenty of tools. In a couple slides, I'm going to cover specifically in the marketing technology area. There are thousands and thousands of tools these days. But some of the leaders that I've listed here, Marketo being one of them, there are plenty other marketing automation platforms that kind of helps with the marketing tech stack. As you hand off your marketing behavior, the left hand speaking to the right hand is your go-to-market function or your sales function, where essentially all the leads that are qualified by the marketing team, you want to convert them into opportunities and to really paying accounts. So you need to be managing your customer relationship, your pipeline, your opportunity management, your quota management, all the commissions and so on and so forth. So a lot of applications that drive this behavior around CRMs, your quotation capabilities with your configure price quote, contract lifecycle management, so on and so forth. So plenty of tools here again. But Salesforce being the leader, that kind of drives a bunch of this functionality within that. Then come your customer service, customer success team, not only about 24/7 customer support and whatnot. You also need to be worried about collecting customer feedback, also professional services, and a few other things that we need to be managing here. So essentially, again, Salesforce plays a role here. There is also Gainsight, Gong, and few other tools that come into picture as far as service organization goes. I'm going to quickly jump into finance back office. Usually, it's tagged as ERP, where it kind of covers all of these functionality into one. But as I see in the industry that you usually have ERP mainly for your accounting behaviors, your accounting back office journal entries, accounts payable, accounts receivable, And then there is a whole bunch of FP&A planning and forecasting capabilities, essentially to look at, what is the cash flow of your business, how well the organization is performing, and essentially reporting to the streets, or if it's a private equity, you have to have all these board reports that is generated with accuracy and quality from all of these places, and essentially drive the organization's behavior and kind of creating those key reports. Plenty of ERPs in the market, SAP being the leader, NetSuite for mid-market type of companies, and so on and so forth. Last but not least, your HR function, which is kind of also a backbone of an organization, to be honest with you. It kind of covers all of the functionality of your internal employees. When I'm talking about internal employees, you're talking about the payroll and benefits, performance management, recruiting, onboarding, offboarding, all of those get covered within that group of systems and applications. Again, it starts with your core HCM, and then there are applicant tracking system, LMSs for learning management system, and so on and so forth. Again, plenty of applications in this space as well, as we keep going. Workday is a leader, ADP is another leader that are operating in this space. I haven't covered the whole slew of all the other organizations, but then I'm listing some of the key business areas as well. If you are into manufacturing, you need to then worry about supply chain, inventory management, procurement functionality, demand forecasting and optimization, production planning and scheduling, quality control. And then not to say the least, IT and infrastructure management. This is another key business unit or a business function that needs to be looked at very closely. And then you should have your PMO office, and then last but not least, compliance and risk management. Okay, what does all of these business areas do to us? Every one of these areas requires certain number of applications that they need to be utilizing to manage their business process, to drive the business vision and the strategy, so that they are trying to achieve what they are trying to achieve with respect to succeeding in their strategies and whatnot. So I'm going to list a couple of graphs here. The one on the top, it kind of shows, as you all can see, the trend is like really growing up. All the way from year 2015 to what is it now? I didn't get the latest stats here, but back in 2022, average number of applications that are used by an organization is around the 130-ish number. The one in the bottom, it kind of shows, based on the split of the size of the company, the 10,000 plus size companies, they're using literally close to 450 applications. Whereas some of the other players, close to 150 or 130 to 150 applications. What does it tell us? It kind of it clearly indicates, the problem area here, where when I'm looking at the industry across various industries, right? It is not specific to one industry versus the other. As you grow with your application stack, you're going to run into a lot of challenges in regards to how you manage your data, how you essentially manage your data assets in regards to streamlining your operations, which will drive certain behavior within your organizations. So this is an eye chart. I specifically picked it up from Chief Martech website, where they are pretty good at. They released this, back in 2013, where they started capturing all of the marketing technologies that were available back at that time. Now, as you can see, back in 2014, it was less than 2,000 applications. Now, all the way to 2024, there are 14,000 plus applications just within the marketing applications, marketing technology stack. So how do you, as a marketing team member, how am I going to go pick what are the right tools that I need to pick in regards to set up my marketing strategy? It is really, really a challenging process. And so that kind of gets replicated across all of these other areas as well, which leads to you are accumulating more and more systems into the equation. All right, so I just listed a few reasons why some of these enterprise architecture just gets out of hand. Either it starts off with a poor business strategy. There is no clear alignment on how some of these strategies need to be executed. Shiny object syndrome, that is also another problem where, you go attend a product event and you're forced into, I want to buy that tool, or I want to add to my ecosystem. That happens all the time. There could be timeline pressure, or some of these decisions are made on a silo. There is no central procurement function. Then you're running the risk of, you're not governing the process of accumulating all of these systems and applications. So these are some of the challenges that I see in the industry. All right, what does it lead into when it comes to managing data and some of the challenges, right? As the number of applications grow, you're going to have tons of problems with how are you integrating data between the platforms. Number two, to me, scalability and flexibility. The keynote speaker, Mr. Lukman, already covered this. Where you cannot be just accumulating more resources to your existing system. You need to make certain scalable and flexible options to horizontally expand and kind of manage the workload that is required here. That is number two. Number three, data privacy and compliance. We all know about GDPR, we all know about HIPAA and some of these regulations, right? Every day there are new things that are coming up. So we'll have to keep up with what those are. And so those are some challenging aspects as well. Data governance and quality management. When it comes to dealing with hundreds of applications, how do you govern all of this? How do you make sure that it is of good quality as you are exchanging information from one place to another? Data security and cyber threats. I've seen, even like last week, there was a cyber attack on one of the grocery chains, which resulted in some of the, it resulted in our grocery stores, having trouble with managing their stocks. So these attacks happen all the time. And how do you come around these attacks? What are some ways in which we can avoid them or mitigate them? We will cover that in the next slide. Number 6 for me, as you're trying to scale and make it flexible, you should also worry about managing the cost. It's not like a wild west. You keep adding resources to your equation, but you also have to do it in a cost-effective manner. How do you do that? We can look into that. Number 7, performance and latency. It kind of is all interrelated. You need to have good performing systems. Let's say that you have a lot of pictures and or videos in your website, as an example. How do you make sure that it doesn't have a lot of latency, it doesn't have performance issues when it is getting access across the globe? What are some ways you can come around that problem? Number 8, interoperability and standardization. Especially in the healthcare industry, you need to have certain standards as you're exchanging information, especially PII information. We have to be really careful how you are doing that, and there are certain standards that we can follow. And number 9, here, needless to say, legacy systems. As you continue to accumulate, some of these systems go out of maintenance. We are just keeping up and complicating it, adding needless logic on top of that, and making it really cumbersome and have a lot of technical debt. How do you come around this problem? We will cover that. And then essentially all of this, there might be lack of alignment with the business strategy. So that is another area that we should also focus on as we are looking at some of these challenges. On top of all of this, what I've usually seen in the industry is the lack of central enterprise applications function. When you talk about marketing teams, sales teams, finance, HR, supply chain, so on and so forth, all of these places, if they have their own siloed enterprise applications /IT function, then it becomes really cumbersome to standardize some of the frameworks and get everything organized into a central function. So it is really, really vital, and I've helped organizations to transform into a central enterprise applications organization where it consolidated all of the procurement decisions, it consolidated all of the business process decisions, it consolidated how systems need to be configured, how the handshake needs to happen between systems, the data architecture, the middleware strategies, as you keep going into it, then it really transforms your organization into multifold levels. So some of these challenges will naturally go away as you centralize this function. All right, the next few slides, I'm just going to quickly cover what are some of the mitigation strategies that I've personally employed, and also I've seen in the industry that I've worked in the past. With respect to data integration and silos, you need to have good integration platform or good middleware strategy. In my mind, point-to-point integrations are great, but then I've always prescribed, having some sort of a publisher-subscriber model. And have, as the data flows from your upstream to your downstream systems, have good reference architecture as well. That way, all of the updates that happen between the platforms, we should be in a position to essentially report back anything that might have happened in the downstream systems to keep all of the systems intact. So essentially, there are different ways in doing that. But then with respect to managing the data integrations, you need to have a centralized middleware strategy or a middleware platform that covers pretty much all of the ins and outs between all your applications. With respect to scalability and flexibility, as you're trying to increase the data volume, nowadays, we are dealing with terabytes of data, with various organizations. When it comes to that, how do you manage, with your existing platforms, with your existing capabilities, might not be possible. So you might have to horizontally scale them and utilize distributed computing and scalable databases as well. You need to have NoSQL capability as an example, improve your partitioning capabilities, and essentially make your managing your data, much more scalable in that fashion. When it comes to data privacy and compliance, I already touched on GDPR, HIPAA, California Privacy Act that has come in the last few years. Yeah, it is important that, as you're dealing with PII, you need to be not only encrypting the information, tokenize it, have placeholder capabilities. Pseudonymization is another way of doing that. And also creating good access framework. As I've seen in many organizations, I've noticed a lot of red flags, when access controls are not properly managed, and that, there is separation of duty issues that have come across, and and we have fixed those. These are some typical challenges that I've seen in the industry that can be monitored based on your ongoing compliance checks, ongoing, automated monitoring and compliance checks. You'd be able to identify some of those issues and, mitigate them. Oops. Number 4, data governance and quality management. As I touched on, as you're dealing with so many data assets, you need to have a good master data management strategy. These days, we are dealing with customer data, contact data, product data, pricing information. You have a variety of price lists to deal with. You have vendor information, partner information. As these information gets interacted by all of these different teams, recently, I don't want to go into the name of the organization and whatnot. I had a terrible example where we had like an $8 million discrepancy on one of our board reports. As we looked into the problem, we identified, hey, as the data moved from your marketing to your sales team and to your deal desk team, and finally, as it transitioned from your CRM platforms into your ERP, where the billings team started taking ownership of that data, and they started updating information which was not clearly notified back to the upstream system, or vice versa. And then on top of all of this, your reporting team, your FP&A team, they took data from all of these places and they massaged it in different fashion. And essentially, that was completely a disjointed process across the board. You might have a brilliant vision from an organization standpoint, but if these business processes and these cross-functional team members, they are not interacting with each other, then you're going to run the risk of losing the quality of the data. And the data is just going to be useless, essentially making it garbage in and garbage out. So it's essential that you create this master data management strategy and essentially put a governance around it, so that you can continue to manage the quality of the data. The last few that I'm going to quickly cover: data security and cyber threats. How do you come around them? Obviously, encryption, endpoint security is a given. I would strongly recommend the zero trust model. Even though the players are known, the systems are known, I've seen this work, really well with respect to managing some of these threats that reside here. Cost management and resource allocation. Yeah, so as we touched on, making things scalable, and you want to be really flexible. The other end of the spectrum is that you cannot be really doing this out of whack. In the sense, you need to also have a cost-effective solution here. So how do you go about doing that? There are different ways in which you can scale accordingly. You can use cloud auto scaling capability, where you can manage the workloads based on the resources that are available. Also do data tiering capabilities as well. So what I mean by that, if there are some high critical data that you want to be managing, then make them available in a high performance storage, versus something that is not really useful, or these are historical data, then you don't need to be keeping them in high performance storage. So you could do those kind of data tiering to manage your cost down. Obviously, continuing to do some audits and optimize your resource accordingly. Performance and latency. So I kind of touched on, if you need real-time data and you don't want to be having any delays in which, let's say your website has got plenty of images and videos that you want to be loading up. How do you come around this problem? CDNs, content delivery networks, they are a wonderful feature that I've come across. It helps you, index your data faster and optimize the latency and the performance aspects. So there are various techniques in doing that. Obviously, caching would be another technique that can be followed here to mitigate some of the performance and latency issue. Last but not least, interoperability and standardization. As I kind of touched on, mainly applies, I've seen this, mainly around the healthcare industry, where, there are different standards and different API capabilities, microservices that you can utilize. Health level 7 and FHIR are typicals that, we use with respect to, exchanging patient information, certain PIIs and whatnot. Those are really important as these organizations, as they are set up. Those are the standards that get spread across across the industry, which really makes it important that and also it mitigates some of the challenges that you might end up having with the exchanging information. Last but not least, so I already touched on the reason why you need to have a central enterprise applications group. Again, at a very high level, these are the key organizations or 3 key business functions within an organization. So it is important that each one of them are really tightly coupled from one another. And if let's say marketing team and sales team, they have their own siloed IT, then how are you going to exchange your leads, and how are they going to be converted into proper opportunities? You need to have that tight handshake with respect to creating that synergies between the team. Same goes with your finance team. If they don't know what opportunities are in the system or what deals are getting booked, they need to have that information really tightly coupled so that they know who they can invoice and how much they need to be invoicing at a given point of time. Instead of creating siloed applications teams and whatnot, I usually recommend centralizing that function, which creates your governance framework, which creates your PMO function, project management office, where it defines how you go about setting up your business processes, your system processes, your data architecture, your middleware strategies, and so on and so forth. That way, all of these different business functions, they are interconnected with each other in a seamless fashion. I'm not going to go over into all of these advantages one by one, but you can clearly see by doing that, what are you going to gain? I'll probably touch on a couple, single source of truth. Having all of these departments, all of the different data assets, you still need to have clear designation of which systems you have the sources of truth clearly identified. Which system owns the product data, which system owns the contact information, the customer information, where do you store the pricing details. And if those are your system of truth, and when the information gets updated in another spot, how do you keep up with that information going back and forth? That's how you manage your data governance and your data quality overall. And essentially, as you do that, you're going to streamline a lot of the processes and effectively scale accordingly. It'll lead into ultimately your better customer experience, not just for your internal teams. As you're dealing with customers on a day in and day out basis. I'm a sales rep, or I'm a professional services individual, or I'm a marketing team member, I'm running an event. As you're dealing with customer information or customer upfront, it becomes, really challenging. And then when the data is unified across the board, then it really clarifies and, creates a synergy between the teams and the cross-functional team members. So it is really, really vital to have a centralized function, as I was explaining before. So the last slide here. So ultimately, in my vision, as you have a centralized function, this is just a sample example, not to mean that these are the systems that we should be following. I was just hinting at you have your marketing automation platform with your website, with talking to your CRM, to your ERP. This is just your business applications hub. Along with it, it has to go hand in hand with your data intelligence hub as well, where you need to have a data analytics function that kind of goes hand in hand with your business applications team, along with it, your data team. Together forms your complete enterprise applications group, which will help synergize all of the not only the business processes, but also the data processes and the data flow between the systems. With that, I'm going to wrap, and that is the end of my presentation. I'd open the floor for any questions.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Aswanya, for the really, really insightful presentation. Yeah, and I'm sure that I think all of you guys for the attendance, already noted, already written, the question for the presenters. Okay, but because of we have to finish the 3 presentations, so I think if you have some questions, or you can just type on the chat box, or just waiting until the Q&A session, so you may raise the questions directly to Mr. Aswin. Thank you, Mr. Aswin, for your very, very grateful presentation.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, actually, so together in us already Professor Attila LC. Alhamdulillah, he already joined it with our Zoom. Good morning, Professor Attila. Can you hear my voice?
Well, good morning to you.
Thank you, Professor. Welcome to our international seminar.
Thank you.
Just waiting. So I think your roles will be in the last presenters. Okay. Thank you, Prof. Attila. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to enter to the second speaker. Actually, we have Mr. Sabam Perjuangan, STMCom from Institut Informatika and Bisnis Dharma Jaya Indonesia. Hello, Mr. Sabam. Can you hear my voice?
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Mr. Hari.
Yes. Okay. Before
my
we
sound is clear?
Yes.
Okay.
I can hear your voice very clear. Okay. Before you start your presentation, actually, I'm going to read your curriculum vitae. Actually, Mr. Sabam Perjuangan, he is the computer science lecturer in Institut Informatika and Bisnis Dharma Jaya Indonesia. And he is currently pursuing a doctoral course of School of Electrical and Informatics in Bandung Institute of Technology Indonesia. And then He is also becoming the assessor, Ban PDM Provinsi Lampung, Lampung Province, and then also the member of Australian Marketing Institute, and then also becoming the trainer of Indonesian Makin Cakap Digital, under the Kominfo starting from 2021 until 2024. And his skills are in the programming, blockchain, smart contract, and Internet of Things. And then he also has many achievements, actually on the research experience as the invited speakers, and then also journal publication, and still many more. Today, actually, Mr. Sabam will discuss or presenting about the challenges and solution for secure and scalable data architecture using blockchain. Mr. Sabam, if you're ready, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hari. Maybe the committee help me to share my material, my presentation.
Okay, the committee, can you help Mr. Sabam to share screen? Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Perfect.
Okay.
Yes, please, Mr. Sabam.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Thank you for moderator, Mr. Hari Utomo, SPD MD, and thank you before for Mr. Aswin Sangkaran about his topic. I'm so interested about that. And to the point, good morning, everyone. Yeah, my name is Sabam Perjuangan, and I'm here to present on the topic of challenges and solution for secure and scalable data architecture using blockchain. Okay, throughout this presentation, I will outline some key communication channel that you can use to contact me if need by phone or by Instagram. I'm particularly interested in discussing this topic as it aligns with my research area, and I have been actively exploring blockchain technology since 2020. Over the year, I have delved into the complexity of blockchain and its potential to transform the data architecture, particularly with regard to the security and scalability. As a blockchain to involve, it presents both a significant challenge and promising solution. Okay, in this presentation, we will discuss several keys relate to the integration of blockchain technology in data architecture. And first, we will provide introduction to the data architecture. Okay, maybe the second slide, maybe data architecture. We will then address the challenge in secure data architecture, focusing on vulnerabilities and limitation of traditional system following. Architecture, blockchain solution for scalable data architecture, financial service, healthcare, supply chain management, and the last we talk about future outlook and trend. Okay. And now we talk about basic of data architecture. The fundamental of data architecture that we will discuss include its definition and importance. It's the core component and the difference between traditional modern data architecture. Data architecture can be defined as a framework to managing data, which is crucial for organizing and standardizing data across systems. It plays an essential role in supporting data governance and ensuring data quality. The core component of data architecture include the models, schemes, which define how data is structured and organized. Data management tools and technologies such as relational and non-relational database management system, or we know DBMS or RDBMS, also key component in data architecture. relational system like MySQL and PostGL, and non-relational system like MongoDB and DynamoDB help manage and store data effectively. Another important component is data storage and retrieval mechanism, which is include system like RDBMS with primary key and indexes of the data storage. Okay, next slide. Sorry.
Hello, the committee.
Hello.
Can you help us to
Yeah.
share the material screen? Okay, wait a minute, Mr. Rosaka.
Yeah. Okay. There is some problem?
I guess maybe the committee, can you help us to solve this problem?
Okay. I will not try share my my presentation.
Yeah, I think it's better for you, Mr. Sabang, to share screen.
Okay. Okay, the fundamental of blockchain. Now we talk about the fundamental of blockchain. Blockchain is a decentralized ledger technology that record transaction in a transparent, secure, and immutable way without a need for a central authority, and it works by linking a series of blocks. Each block containing transaction data in a sequential manner through cryptography, and validating them through consensus mechanisms such as POW, or we know proof of work or proof of stake, that ensuring data validity and integrity. This technology was first introduced in 2008 by an anonymous entity, and we know Satoshi Nakamoto is the foundation for Bitcoin, and the first cryptocurrency with the goal of creating a digital payment system without intermediary. Next, we will explore the key feature of blockchain. Blockchain has the characteristic of immutability, which ensure that once data is recorded, it cannot be altered, maintain authenticity, and preventing manipulation. It is based on decentralization, utilizing a distributed network where each node maintains a copy of the data, thus eliminating reliance of central authority. Additionally, blockchain offer transparency, particularly in public blockchain, where data is accessible to the public, enabling open verification without compromising security. And finally, we will discuss types of blockchain. Public blockchain offer open access to anyone and high security through decentralized consensus mechanism, but often lack efficiency. And then private blockchain are more controlled and allowing only certain entities to participate, making them more efficient but less transparent. On the other hand, consortium blockchain combine element of both, allowing multiple organizations to collaborate in a semi-decentralized environment, making them suitable for specific use case such as banking or supply chain management. Okay. Integrating blockchain with data architecture, integrating its to aim to enhance security, transparency, and efficiency in data management. Blockchain ensure data integrity through its immutable recording mechanism, reducing the risk of manipulation. Additionally, this technology strength to transparency and traceability, enabling easy tracking of every transaction. It's also accelerate audit and compliance process, making it crucial tool for improving data governance. A potential benefit of integrating blockchain with data architecture by making data more trustworthy. This integration also reduce data silos by enabling better interoperability across platform or across the systems. Furthermore, blockchain unlock new opportunity for decentralized application, or we know the name is dApps, and smart contract, which can automate business process securely and efficiently and adding values. Use case for we can integrate blockchain for some services like supply chain management. Yeah, blockchain is used to track the origin and journey of product in real time and providing a predestined transparency. In the another integration in the financial sector, the technology facilities fast, secure, and low-cost cross-border payment, like from the another financial technology to another financial technology. Meanwhile, in healthcare, blockchain helps securely share patient data between provide health service, ensuring privacy while improving the quality of care. This implementation demonstrates blockchain has potential across various industry, including insurance, and health and other service. Okay, and now we move to the challenge in secure data architecture. This is the main discuss of the my presentation. Okay, the first is about security issue. Yeah, in modern information system encompass a range of critical concern, particularly data breach, unauthorized access, and data integrity. Data breach often resulting from vulnerability in system configuration or weak point in communication channel. This make significant repercussion for both business and customer, leading to financial loss, reputational damage, and potential legal consequence. And another effective strategy for preventing data breach include robust encryption, multi-factor authentication, regular vulnerability assessment, and comprehensive employee training. About unauthorized access, a primary concern in cybersecurity involve unauthorized individual bypassing authentication measure to access sensitive information. To mitigate this risk, business must implement strong authentication and authorization protocols, such as biometrics and rule-based access control, and alongside continuous monitoring for suspicious activities. Unauthorized access, if left unhacked, undermine the confidentiality and trust within a system, often leading to significant breach of security. Finally, ensuring data integrity is vital for the overall security posture of any system, including financial service, health service, and another service. Maintain data integrity, ensure data information remains accurate and unaltered, and can be achieved through techniques such as cryptographic hash function and checksum and continuous data validation. When data integrity is compromised, it can lead to significant operational disruption, loss of customer trust, and several legal and financial repercussions for organization. Therefore, addressing this security issue requires a multi-fact approach, combining technical safeguard with strategy management to protect sensitive data and ensure the reliability information system. Okay, in another challenge about scalability problem in data architecture, scalability problem in modern systems arise from the exponential growth of data volumes. As we know, by many applications, it's have many transactions every minute, every seconds, which often overwhelm existing infrastructure, straining storage, processing, and network capabilities. As organization generate increasingly rich data set, the pressure on database and processing unit intensifies, requiring effective management strategy such as data compression, tiered storage solution, and data lifecycle management to optimize resource utilization and reduce redundancy. Scalable technologies, including distributed database, cloud storage platform, and big data framework like Hadoop and Apache Spark, and enable organization to manage vast data volume efficiently. Performance bottlenecks, another critical issue, occur when specified system component limit overall throughput or response time, and identifying this bottleneck improve using tools like application performance management or APM solution. Optimizing system performance requires strategies such as algorithm refinement, load balancing, and caching mechanism, with real-world case study demonstrating the effectiveness of this optimization, such as reduced latency during peak traffic on e-commerce platform, resource constraint, particularly when computational and storage capacities are limited. Further exacerbate scalability issue, requiring organization to adopt resource allocation strategy that appropriate critical process and utilize technology like Docker for containerization to maximize efficiency. Dynamic scaling through cloud platform allow system to adjust resource based on demand, ensuring optimal performance while controlling costs. By proactively addressing the scalability challenges, organization can develop resilient system that meet the evolving demand of business and operational need. And another challenge is about compliance and privacy concern. Adhering to regulatory requirement is a cornerstone of responsible data management, with key regulation such as General Data Protection Regulation in Europe, or we know GDPR, and in USA, like California Consumer Privacy Act, or CCPA, establishing strict guidelines for data collection, storage, and processing. Organization must develop tailored compliance strategy, including regular audit, data minimization practice, and transparency with user about data storage, as non-compliance can lead to severe penalties, including substantial fines and reputational damage. Additionally, data localization laws add complexity by requiring certain data to be stored within specified geographical boundaries, often driven by national security, privacy, and economic sovereignty concern, which can create challenge for global business, including increased costs and operational inefficiency. To address this challenge, organizations should adopt region-specific cloud service, robust encryption protocols, and collaborate with local regulatory bodies to maintain compliance while ensuring operational agility. User privacy is a fundamental aspect of ethical data management, requiring organizations to prioritize safeguarding personal information through anonymization, encryption, and secure access controls, fostering user trust, involve transparency in data practice, offering granular privacy control, and adhering to ethical data usage standards, ensuring that organizations not only comply with regulation, but also enhance trust and long-term loyalty. Yeah, loyalty. And now we move to blockchain solution for secure data architecture. The first, we talk about enhancing data security. To enhancing data security, involves several key strategy, with the implementation of immutable record being a cornerstone for ensuring data permanence and integrity. By ensuring that data, once written, cannot be altered or deleted. Immutable records are particularly beneficial in contexts requiring historical validation, such as financial transaction or legal documentation. This approach fosters trust among stakeholders by providing an unalterable audit trail, promoting transparency and accountability in data-driven operation. Blockchain technology, for example, leverages immutable to secure and verify sensitive information. Another critical technique for safeguarding data integrity is cryptography hashing, which convert data into a fixed size hash value, ensuring that even minor alteration in the original data result are completely different hash. This makes hashing indispensable for detecting unauthorized data modifications, whether during transmission or storage, and is widely applied in securing password, verifying software integrity, and maintain reliability of this distributed system. Algorithm like SHA 256 demonstrate to robustness of cryptographic hashing in modern cybersecurity. And additionally, decentralized storage further enhance data security by distributing data across multiple nodes in a network, reducing the risk of data loss due to hardware failure or malicious attack. This architecture improves redundancy and availability as no single node has complete control over the data, and tampering is minimized since altering data requires compromising multiple nodes simultaneously. Technologies such as IPFS or interplanary file system exemplify the resilience and security benefit of decentralization storage in increasingly data relevant world. To improving data integrity, import several key strategies with consensus mechanism being pivotal in ensuring the accuracy and consistency of data within the centralized system by requiring participants to agree and to validity of transaction. Consensus mechanisms such as proof of work or POW and proof of stake or POS and Byzantine fault tolerance BFT maintain a unified and accurate ledger, preventing issue like double spending or transaction sequencing error, and ensuring trust and reliability in blockchain network and other distributed system. Tamper-proof locks further enhance data integrity by recording transaction immutability, ensuring that once locked, record cannot be altered, providing a permanent and verifiable trail of data change. These logs are crucial for tracking data lineage, regulatory compliance, and forensic analysis in case of fraud or security breach. With technology like pen-only ledger and blockchain serving as a foundational example. Additionally, smart contract which automate and enforce agreement with predefined term play a transformative role in preserving data integrity by eliminating intermediaries like a cheap part and automating contract execution. A smart contract reduce the risk of breach in full efficiency and ensure data consistency across complex system, making them essential in sectors such as finance, supply chain management, and hacker system. Okay, to strengthening access control in crucial enhancing system security with identity management playing of a foundational role in modern access control system. Blockchain technology is transforming this area by enabling secure verifiable digital identities, offering tamper-proof verification that significantly reduce the risk of identity fraud. Additionally, blockchain-based identity system empower users to control their identity data, sharing the necessary information for specific purpose, thus enhancing privacy and simplifying identity management process while ensuring security and compliance with privacy regulation. Permissioned blockchain further bolster access control by restricting access to known and authorized participants, making them ideal enterprise environment such as supply chain management and financial service. where data sharing must be strictly regulated. The system not only maintain control over participant and data flow, but also facilitate compliance with regulatory by providing clear audit trail and control the data sharing mechanism. Another essential approach is role-based access control, or RBAC, which assign permission based on predefined user rules, ensuring that individual only access the data and resource necessary for their responsibilities. These models enhance security by limiting exposure to sensitive information, simplifies the management of access right, and reduce the risk unauthorized access, making it widely adopted across industry, including hacker and IT. Okay, let's move to blockchain solution for scalable data architecture. The solution is distributed architecture. Distributed architecture, especially in peer-to-peer network, represent a decentralized approach to data exchange, where nodes communicate directly with one another without relying on central server, reducing dependency on single point of failure and ensuring continued operation even if some node encounter an issue. This design not only enhance resilience but also offer improved security and privacy, as data is not centralized, making it harder for malicious actors to compromise the entire network. Peer-to-peer network foster efficient data transfer and collaboration, particularly in environment where scalability and fault tolerance are essential. Data redundancy is another crucial principle, where multiple copies of data are stored across various nodes, significantly increasing data availability and reliability by ensuring that the failure of one node does not result in data loss. Redundancy also plays a vital role in disaster recovery and business continuity, safeguarding against hardware failures or other disruption and enhancing system resilience. Fault tolerance is a key characteristic of distributed system, ensures smooth operation despite individual node failure by distributing tasks and data across multiple nodes or multiple platforms, reducing the impact of localization failures. Modern system further enhance fault tolerance with automatic recovery mechanism, such as failover protocols and data replication, allowing for quick recovery from failures, minimizing downtime, and ensuring operational continuity. Okay, performance optimization in distributed system involve several key strategies to enhance efficiency, with, as we know, sharding in a central technique for handling large data volumes by horizontally partitioning data into smaller subsets, known as shard, and distributing them across multiple nodes. Sharding reduce the computational load on individual nodes, preventing bottleneck and improving overall system performance. This method also facilitates parallel processing, enabling multiple queries or operational to be processed simultaneously, further enhancing response times and true output. And then another performance optimization use layer 2 solution, particularly in blockchain system, offer another powerful optimization strategy by handling transaction off chain, reducing the load on the main blockchain through mechanisms such as sidechain or state channel. Layer 2 solutions significantly increase throughout and elevate pressure on the primary network, resulting in faster, more cost-effective transaction without compromising blockchain security. Additionally, synchronous processing improve system responsiveness by decoupling task execution from the initial request, allowing system to function while waiting for time-consuming operation to complete. This non-blocking approach enhances user experience by processing requests without delay and optimize resource utilization by processing requests without delay and optimize resource and waiting for previous one to finish, ultimately improving performance and scalability in distributed environment. Efficient resource management.
Excuse me, Mr. Sabam.
Yeah.
So actually, because of we have limited of time, so I will give you another 3 minutes to finish your presentation. 3 minutes.
Okay. Efficient resource management. It can by efficient consensus protocol use technique like POS or proof of stake, and then dynamic scaling and resource allocation strategy, and then some case study data architecture and scalable in financial service. There are some case like in secure transaction to implementing encryption for end-to-end payment security using blockchain for decentralized transaction record utilizing multi-factor authentication transaction approval. And then there is fraud prevention. This is real-time monitoring and analyze transaction pattern and employing machine learning algorithm for anomaly detection. And then regulatory compliance, like automating compliance reporting with a artificial intelligence system, regular audit and update to align legal framework and data encryption and secure storage to meet regulator standard in locally with locally laws. And another case in healthcare, there are three like patient data management, secure medical record, and interoperability in patient data management, like from the another one hospital to another hospital, or like from hospital to insurance service. Okay, and another case in supply chain management, we need transparency and tracking. Using RFID and IoT for real-time tracking, and blockchain right that transaction in block, and for immutable record keeping visibility tools for monitoring supply chain storage. And authenticity verification with implementing QR code and serial number for product verification, blockchain for ensuring product provenance, and smart contract for logistic automate. It can automating contract execution based on predefined condition, and reducing paperwork and manual processing, ensuring accuracy accuracy, and timely delivery management. Okay, and future outlook, emerging technology like artificial intelligence and blockchain, Internet of Things, IoT integration, quantum computing impact. In artificial intelligence and blockchain, integration of artificial intelligence in blockchain to enhance security and efficiency, use of artificial intelligence for predictive analytics and smart contract, blockchain technology to ensure transparency and data integrity, and IoT device connected through blockchain for secure communication, and it can be real-time data processing and automation using IoT enhanced. Okay,
Yeah,
and
Mr. Sabam, I'm so
yeah,
sorry because we have lack
okay,
of time, so
yeah,
we
yeah,
have to stop your presentation. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
okay,
Yeah, so I think still we can communicate, yeah, by using email or other thing. Thank
okay,
you,
thank you.
Mr. Sabam, for the presentation. Well, ladies and gentlemen, so we have finished here to hear the presentation from Mr. Perjuangan. Actually, we have learned many things regarding to the data architecture and then also blockchain. Yeah, and then it's time, I think we have to move to our next incredible speaker, that is Professor Dr. Attila Elsi. Hello, Prof. Can you hear my voice?
Hi.
Yes, thank you. So, Prof. Attila Elsi actually is the software engineering, coming from the software engineering department as an Kalyoncu University, Turkey. Then Professor Attila Elsi also is the full professor of software engineering at the campus, and then also he is an emeritus professor and ex-chair of the Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering in Aksara Universities. And Prof. Attila does research in artificial intelligence, AI, and then also in computer security and reliability, software engineering, and information science, with millions of achievement on academic and professional experiences, academic titles, scholarship publication, invited speaker, and still many more. Yeah, so I think it's very incredible. So in this session, actually, Prof. Attila will present the topic entitled Interplay of AI, Cyber Security, how it will affect all. Are you ready, Prof. Attila? So if you are ready, so time is yours.
Yes, sure. Here's my presentation.
It's perfect. Yeah, we
Okay.
can see your slide.
Well, I'd like to talk about interplay of AI and cybersecurity. Apparently, AI and cybersecurity affect each other in more than subtle ways. My agenda is a brief introduction to AI, and then followed by AI in security, how AI plays a role in security, and conversely, how security plays a role in AI. Then I'll briefly touch on AI and ethics. It's unfortunate that we have to talk on ethics when AI is concerned as well. And I'll try summarize where we stand. So, well, AI apparently started very early, although the term was not coined then, early 19th century, somewhat definitions were given. AI meant to be intelligence exhibited by machines. So we followed on that in 1943. McCulloch and Pitts designed so-called artificial neurons, which is representing brain, human brain, thus more closer to human intelligence side. In 1950, Alan Turing published his famous PhD thesis, shortest one in the history, and his Turing test posed a base ground for artificial intelligence. Actually, the term artificial intelligence came to being in 1956 during Dartmouth College workshop, and it kept on advancing. However, artificial intelligence appears to be an elusive target. In 1965, Herbert Simon predicted that machines will be capable within 20 years of doing any work a man can do. Obviously, he means men and women, mankind. 20 years from 1965 makes it 1985. Now we're in 2024, almost twice that amount. We're still not where Herbert Simon predicted to be. AI has advanced. After several false alarms, AI has now come strong this time. Short warning. AI is here to stay and plays an increasingly decided role in all niches of our lives. That is with ChatGPT introduction in end of 2022. All things have picked up. We would be most concerned with the safety, security, and ethical aspects where AI and cybersecurity interact. I will take these subjects one by one. AI and security. AI helps enhance cybersecurity, or does it? And if so, how? AI is revolutionizing cybersecurity by improving threat detection, automating security operations, enhancing user authentication, and providing advanced analytical capabilities. This is stated by management consultancy company Gartner. Now, I'll quote some more from other sources. Let's give a definition. Contextualized AI, that is, AI systems that access and utilize proprietary and domain-specific knowledge. Well, this is like AI tools being used in a corporate compound and using corporate data that is specifically for that corporate's, for that organization's working environment rather than international case. Research on the potential of contextualized AI in enhancing cyber defense capabilities significantly increased from 2015 to 2024. This is from a recent publication in SynConf 2024, the conference I organized in Australia this year. Now, the research, however, focuses on robustness, reliability, and integration methods, which I will take note. AI in security has quite a few factors to consider. Strategic factors, AI enhances, yet it introduces new risks. AI enhances systems, but then there are false side as well. Data issues, quality and availability are critical for implementation. And then congruence to existing security infrastructure is necessary. Ethical and legal implications are a question. Sound cost-benefit analysis is a must. I'll give you more hints on this particular case. Human in the loop, human oversight and expertise remain critical. There's again, management consultancy companies do warn, and academic articles do warn as well. Integration issue, automated threat detection and response, anomaly detection, enhancing security, and vulnerability assessment and patching, enhancing cyber deception techniques, and human oversight to avoid over-reliance. Employ explainable AI to improve trust. One of the major areas we have, how to explain the decision suggested by AI. That is a big research area. Hybrid of AI and traditional methods is a case in application. Another factor is robustness. Adversarial training and testing is a necessity. Adversarial training and testing, because calibrated uncertainty quantification, deep ensembles, and temperature scaling. We need more varied artificial intelligence tools combine, work together, deep ensembles, continuous monitoring and adaptation. There is always change, and change has to be monitored. Explainable AI for verification and debugging. We need to verify outcome of artificial intelligence tools. This is true for security as well. Multiple AI models and perspectives. Unfortunately, AI comes in very many flavors, and each have its specific model with specific interest area and outcome. How do we combine these into some meaningful form? Organizational factors also are important. We need clear policies for AI use in an organization. Cross-sector work and standards has to be mined. And then regular assessments and audits are necessary. We should not leave things to AI to operate forever. We have to keep track of what's happening and assess the results, always keeping audit trails. Transparency and explainability, again, very, very important issue. We should be able to be responsible of the results obtained from AI use. Compliance with regulations necessary, obviously, and ethical guidelines, how to use AI in security, in organizational setup, in ethical manner. Now, however, research on organizational trust and governance frameworks are actually much less compared to basic AI and security case. Research and institutions, we need to make up this deficiency shortly. Security in AI, this time, how security plays role in AI. AI too appears to need security, and we'll see why and how. Many organizational departments are keen to embrace and experiment with generative AI. Security leaders then must adopt technologies, strategies, and skills that can enable managed and secure access. Blocking access for staff is not advisable, as employees find ways to bypass it, bypass IT visibility and control. Now, security in AI, secure Gen AI applications. We need to secure Gen AI applications. How do we do that? There are several factors that we have to consider. Web and service as a security applications, for example. Gen AI, by Gen AI, I mean generative AI, which is, well, supposedly the ultimate case currently we're aiming at. Gen AI acceptable use policy we have to develop. And then security requirements to validate, approve, and onboard, putting it on board SaaS applications. Security standard for protecting sensitive data in the cloud, and secure web and SaaS usage. Another case is enterprise cloud applications. Cloud has come to stay. Security standard for public cloud AI usage. We have to establish security technologies for AI, cloud, and web application. We do that research in this particular aspect. Secure custom-built AI applications. And bot detection. Only humans use Gen AI applications. We should make sure. Capabilities to protect internal or external facing API endpoints to use security in AI. We have still more issues. Content anomaly detection. Unacceptable or malicious use has to be prevented. Hallucinations of AI, has to be somehow kept in mind. Inaccurate, illegal, copyright infringing, and other damaging output. AI is known to make up things, and sometimes those make-up results are really inaccurate, maybe illegal as well. Data protection, data leakage, compromised content and user data, privacy and data protection policy governance, privacy impact assessment, and regional regulatory compliance. For international corporations, regional regulatory compliance is quite important because conglomerates operate in multiple regions. They have to behave differently, say in Europe and in North America or in third world countries. They do so, they must comply. Application security is a case in point. Adversarial prompting attacks. Now, adversarial attacks have become more important because attacks by hackers to corporate systems is causing considerable strain, and prompting is a necessary background for such tools, and AI works better through better prompting techniques. Vector database attacks, hacker access has to be prevented. Now, AI and ethics, the case. Where AI is the topic, ethical issues do not cease to exist. That's what we see. I'm not going to go into more detail other than just simply saying this, because it's an endless topic, and it's more related to culture, upbringing of individuals, corporate understanding. So it has very many facets I'm not going to take up at this time. Then, where do we stand If we're not happy where we are, what are the research directions? Where should we go? Well, quantum computing is a remedy, perhaps, to a lot of ills we have in security and AI and interplay of security and AI. If quantum computing becomes available, it's not yet, it's a sort of still hallucination. Tools that are shown as quantum computing is far from practicality. We shall avail the following features if quantum computing becomes a reality. We can produce faster AR model training, which is very necessary because we have to cut short on model training now due to resource constraints. Enhanced optimization techniques. We tend to choose simplest optimization techniques due to computational complexity. With quantum computing, we would not, hopefully, need to be concerned with computational complexity so much. Improved pattern recognition and feature extraction. Better handling of unstructured data. Currently, big data comes in unstructured form, and we turn it into some sort of structured form during which we lose the intricacies of the data. That is becoming major issue because it's as data summarized and reduced into certain shapes, as it moves to upper echelons of the managerial concern, it loses its flavor. So better handling of unstructured data is an important aspect. Improving AI's interpretability and explainability. We still lack considerable ground in interpretability and explainability. Hopefully, quantum computing will provide us some tools. Acceleration of reinforcement learning. Well, reinforcement learning is a recent research topic in learning, in machine learning. And in order to reinforce, we have to keep experimenting with new tools and new data structures, new data. That will become possible through quantum computing. Complex scenario simulation and prediction. Currently, we try to choose simplest scenarios and single factor scenarios, but the reality is actually multi-factor scenario, very complex scenarios we would be able to handle through quantum computing. Now, obviously, with AI and security interplay, we have roles for two specific levels of corporate management. CIO, the Chief in Information and Operations, Vice President in the corporate layer. The duties of CIO will have to be reconsidered. It seems through 2025, Gen AI will cause a spike of cybersecurity resources. So we need to add more resources required to secure IT, causing more than a 15% incremental spend on application and data security. So our corporate cost will have to increase roughly 15%. How CIOs can maximize Gen AI's potential? Because, well, consider policy issue is more important than the technical issues, and CIO is the closest level to policy making, general management. Thus, we are really more concerned with policies. inventory, monitor, and manage AI consumption of third-party Gen AI applications and features. Update provider and technology selection requirements to address privacy, copyright, traceability, and explainability challenges. Update AI application and data security practices to integrate new attack surfaces. Run proofs of concept before integrating Gen AI into cybersecurity programs, aiming to augment the work of humans rather than replace them. This is a very key issue. There is major concern in the workforce that AI will make their duty, their place disappear. Well, it may. However, more important is how we avail AI in our daily work. That's augmenting the work of humans rather than replacing them is important with AI cases. Monitor changes in the threat landscape. Threat landscape keeps changing, and we have to be aware of those changes. There is nothing but change in the security landscape. And one level lower than CIO, CISO, Chief Information Security Officer, what he or she is to be concerned. By 2028, the adoption of generative augments, generative tools, will collapse the skills gap, removing the need for specialized education from 50% of entry-level cybersecurity positions. So we will use more tools than humans by 2028. That's what it is. So CISOs has to take this into consideration. Evaluate these technologies like other tools to assess whether they create new risks and sensitive data. AI, we don't know what comes behind it, so we have to make sure. Define what good looks like to gauge how AI can improve existing security metrics without creating new ones. Usually, new technology, when we put into use, we obtain certain outcomes, but then we cause certain ramifications, certain side issues. CISOs must be concerned with this. Run experiments with new features from existing security providers. Key issues, existing security providers, starting with targeted and narrow use cases in security operation and application security areas. Run experiments, experiment with it before implementing. Apply the AI Trust, Risk, and Security Management Framework, a so-called TRISM, when developing new first-party or consuming new third-party applications, leveraging large language models, LLMs, and Gen AI. Now, we have to be concerned with trust, risk associated, and management of the security framework. Obviously, prepare and train your teams. With new tools coming in, we will need more staff to deal with them rather than reducing the staff in technical cadres. It's true, yes, 50% of entry-level cybersecurity positions will be reduced because basic cybersecurity cases will be handled by AI tools. But then we need more specialization. Then where do we stand at research directions? Strategic decision-making, one category. Develop a comprehensive decision-making framework. Investigate the long-term impacts of AI adoption, interplay of AI and evolving threat landscapes. Then integration approaches as a different category. Frameworks for human-AI collaboration. AI-generated fake cyber threat intelligence. AI may cause that. We have to be concerned with this. Explore adaptive AI that evolves with threat landscapes. Then AI robustness in cybersecurity. We have to be concerned. Benchmarks and metrics for AI in cybersecurity. Transfer learning and meta-learning approaches. Privacy-preserving AI for cybersecurity applications. Defending against adversarial attacks on AI models. And organizational readiness. We need more research on this case. Governance framework for AI in cybersecurity. Governance, management, that is, policy level. Evaluation and certification of AI-driven solutions. Public trust in AI-enhanced cybersecurity measures. Impact of AI on cybersecurity workforce training. Well, we have certain warnings, though. AI is here to stay and becomes part of our tools to use. And as tools, we should know how we use tools and in what cases, what security issues, and how to handle side effects. Then one side effect, perhaps, our reliance on AI. There are concerns whether AI is a bubble to be burst. We've seen quite a lot of bubbles in information technology work area. Silicon Valley is selling a vision of generative AI-infused workflows that boost productivity and turbocharge the economy. And Wall Street is bankrolling the frenzy, is paying the bill. Is AI the biggest thing since penicillin? Some people are asking. And even, is AI the biggest thing since internet? We have to be concerned with these questions. If AI is a bubble, what are we going to be left with? Further, is AI the cure, panacea for our ills? Management consultancy companies and tech analysts are very skeptical. Daron Acemoğlu, professor at Harvard University, his 2024 Economy Nobel Prize winner, says AI is unlikely to bring truly transformative changes in the next 10 years. Most human work is too complex to outsource to AI cost efficiently. If we do not mind cost efficiency, we won't work. Prof. Acemoğlu further estimates that the technology will affect less than 5% of all human tasks and grow the U.S. gross domestic product by just 0.9% in 10 years. Okay, so that's a very, very solemn warning. More warnings are actually to be heeded. Microchip shortages are causing great concern in AI implementation. AI requires major computing power, and computing power means microchips and electric power. AI industry's power hunger appears to be unsatisfiable. Biggest so far energy contracts has been signed by major computer companies like Microsoft, for example, Google, for example. AI is not like the early internet and smartphones. It appears not going to cause the changes internet and smartphones has caused. Okay, well, this is as much as I would like to say at this time. If you have questions or concerns, you're welcome.
Well, thank you,
Thank you
Prof.
for allowing me
Yeah.
to talk.
My pleasure, Professor Attila Elsia, for your great and very detailed presentation. Yeah. Okay, so I think from Professor Attila, we have know that he already explained it about the history of AI. Well, right now we are very familiar about such kind of this application, yeah, this product, which is um, uh, founded, yeah, in 2022. Okay. Then I believe that there are so many interesting material that they already explained it to us. And then right now, because of we have already finished for the three presenters, and I'm going to give you time and invite all of you as the participant to raise your questions directly by open your microphone, and then you may uh, ask questions, yeah, to Professor Attila or to Mr. Sabam or Mr. Lukman, yeah. Unfortunately, right now, Mr. Aswin is already left because of right now in US is the at night, so I think he need to take a rest. Okay, so here I think we have already several questions, yeah, by typing. So I'm going to read the questions, maybe one for Mr. Lukman. Yeah, for Mr. Lukman, can you hear my voice, Mr. Lukman?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so here we have already questions, yeah, addressed to you from Faikah Sabil, yeah. Faik, yes. Given the many challenges in data management, is there a holistic approach that integrates technology, training, regulation to improve data security?
Yes. Yeah. Maybe thank you, Miss Atika, Faika, when we talks about many challenges in data management. So it's correlation with cyber technology. So arguing about your question, a holistic approach to data management about technology, yeah, we must use advanced encryption, yeah. The latest encryption make it more secure with the complexity and scalable networks. As we know that the networks today very complexity and very large. Then we use or we optimize the AI-driven tools to build robust and adaptable architectures. The third is ensure regulation compliance with laws and engage in industry collaboration for standardized practices. Maybe maybe that is my answer to Miss Faika. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Lukman. Yeah, I hope Ms. Faika, you got the answer. Okay, then right now we have already another questions, yeah, for Mr. Sabam. Yeah. Can you share an example of a successful data architecture implementation, especially addressing challenges such as data breaches and technical debt? Okay, Mr. Sabam, yeah, you may answer directly. Hello, Mr. Sabam. Are you still here? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we can try to do for the another. Okay. Right now here we have already Miss Ingrid Ruth. Yeah, already you raise your hands. You have a questions. Maybe you can directly propose the questions to Professor Attila. Yeah, those are Miss Ingrid. You can open your microphone, Miss Ingrid. Yeah.
Good morning. Thank you for the opportunity given to me. My name is Ingrid. My question to Prof. Attila is how to ensure a balanced collaboration between AI and humans to generate better security decision without eliminating the role of humans completely. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you, Miss Ingrid. Okay, Prof. Attila. So I think you can answer directly.
Well, the question apparently assumes that AI will wipe out human from the scenes. That is not a case, should not be the case to start with. There is a recent publication, a paper in Harvard Business Review dated 2021, where researchers studied the cases of 128 North American corporations trying to change their setup and to evolve into a new corporation, new company. Of those, only 28 were successful in both financial and target-wise. 22%, that is. The tools those 28 corporations used were really specifically aimed at staff selection, staff employment. They're reducing any limitations on women being managers, for example. They provided shares to staff. They provided good pay, health cases, insurance for all. Essentially, those corporations enhance their staff capabilities to achieve the transgression from where they are to their targeted case. Obviously, AI is not one of those cases. Now, where AI will only help our work maybe lighter, maybe run faster, maybe run cheaper eventually, not yet, but will not make us succeed. Humans, our staff, will make us succeed.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Prof. Attila, for the answers. Okay, Miss Ingrid, can you capture the answer from Prof. Attila?
No.
Hello, Miss Ingrid?
I got it.
Yeah,
I
okay.
got it, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We still have some minutes. Maybe Some of you, the participant, if you still have another question, so you can raise directly, or yeah, just typing your questions on the chat box. Yeah, you still have another questions? Well, if you don't have any questions, so I think for this question and answer session is enough, yeah, because of right now in Indonesia, we have to go for the Friday prayers, yeah. And I believe that during the presentation, all of you are fully sending your attention. And then in the chat box also, I already type it, yeah, some contact for making the future communication. For example, if you want to contact to Mr. Aswin and then also Mr. Sabam, Prof. Attila, and as well as Mr. Lukman, yeah. So you can utilize this contact for the future collaboration, yeah. Well, thank you, Mr. Lukman, Prof. Attila, and then also the other participants. And then we are going to the end of this presentation. And I believe that through this presentation, yeah, you got so many experiences. Then I'd like to extend the sincere thank you to all our distinguished speakers, Mr. Aswin Sangkaran, yeah, has already left it, and then Mr. Sabam Berjuangan, Professor Dr. Attila LC for the incredible presentation, as well as Mr. Lukman. Yeah. And as we conclude today's conference, I encourage for everyone to continue conversation to this presentation. Yeah, so I already written some contact that you can use for future communication. Then the field of electrical engineering and informatics are rapidly evolving, and it is up to all of us, yeah, to keep pushing and boundaries to knowing knowledge and also the future innovation. On behalf of the organization committees, I want to thank each of you for attending, and we hope you found today's discussion to be both informative and very insightful. Please be sure that take a full advantage of these networking opportunities. Thank you once again. We look forward to seeing you for the future conferences. Have a wonderful. Thank you. And then now I will give back this time to the MC. Thank you.
All right. Thank you to the moderator, Mr. Hari, and our esteemed speakers for their valuable contributions. Before we officially close, we invite everyone to join us for a group photo session to commemorate this event. Kindly turn on your cameras if possible and prepare your best smiles. Well, we will give everyone a moment to get ready. Once everyone is set, our team will take the screenshot. All right, let's take the photo. I'll count down 3, 2, 1, smile. One more. 3, 2, 1, smile. So I think we've got it, the committee. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the end of today's program, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to all speakers. Our keynote speaker, Mr. Lukman Medriafin Silalahi, Associate of Applied Science, Bachelor of Engineering, Master of Engineering, and Indonesian Professional Engineer from Cyber Asia University. Our distinguished presenters, Mr. Aswin Sangkaran, who will already left, and then Sabam Berjuangan, Bachelor of Engineering and Master of Computer Science from Informasi dan Bisnis Atmajaya Institute Indonesia, and then Professor Dr. Attila LC from Hasan Kalyancu University, Turkey, And also our moderator, Mr. Hari Widi Utomo, Bachelor of Education and Master of Education from Telkom University. And of course, the organizing committee and all participants for your active participation. We hope to see you at our next event. Stay safe and healthy wherever you are. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day and thank you.
Yeah, waalaikumsalam. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Attila, Mr. Lukman, Mr. Novi,
You're
and
welcome.
all the
Sir.
participants.
I leave the room ya.
Thank you, Mr. Lukman, Attila. Thank you.
Thank you all.